Women and girls in Cape Town who are subjected to violence now have another safe place to go. Non-profit organisation Iris House Children's Hospice has launched a GBVF victim support unit at the Bothasig police station. Let's find out about the launch of this and what it's hoping to do for that community and vulnerable women and children. Monique Mortlock, eNCA reporter, was out there for us today. Hello to you, Monique. So what makes this unit different from what I imagine would be other GBV units and campaigns we've seen in the past?
Now, you know that at a police station you'll find an FCS, that's your Family and Child Protection Services unit, where anyone who's been a victim of a crime, a woman or a child, that's where they go, that's where they seek help from. But what this unit is trying to do is to ensure that there are properly trained police officers on duty in a safe, comfortable, warm space, separate to the police station but still on the premises, where victims of gender-based violence or femicide can come and speak to a police officer that has been trained by someone from the Iris House Children's Hospice. And this training goes for first responders, for police officers, for prosecutors, because what the Iris House is hoping to do is to teach these officers who deal with victims to not only take down statements to get the facts, but just how to deal with those who might be unable to talk, whether it be because of trauma or whether it be because the person has special needs. And the Iris House will also serve as a coordinator between officers and, let's say, Deaf SA, for example. So if there does come a victim who is deaf, then the Iris House, the officer can call the Iris House and ask for someone to come and help so that they can be able to speak to the victim. Because what the Iris House is trying to do is create these units at police stations across the Western Cape to offer a safe and a warm and just a different type of environment to a police station, because they feel this will help and this will also encourage victims a lot more to come forward to report these cases. But I did put a little story together and let's just take a look at that.
It actually made me feel I'm going to turn around and not doing it anymore, because you're going through trauma already, and so you're dealing with insensitive, empathetic people which are supposed to serve the public.
Felicitas isn't the only victim of gender-based violence who experienced secondary trauma from police officers. Having been raped several times over the course of her life, she knows what it's like to open a case and share something you wish you didn't have to.
I went to report a case, and I asked specifically at Bishop Davis, where's the FCS unit? And this guy had such an arrogant attitude. He was a constable, I think. And I reported him immediately. I went to the colonel, and he said he confronted him in front of me, and he said, "You don't do stuff like that," because they didn't even take my statement in the charge office. I had to go to the unit, which was on the 3rd floor.
NPO, Iris House Children's Hospice, want to help ensure situations like these don't happen at police stations. It's launched a gender-based violence and femicide victim support unit at the Bothasig police station. Iris House will be training first responders, police officers and prosecutors on how to deal with victims, especially those with special needs.
The unit has things like weighted blankets in it, and it's a comfortable, calming environment. The training we're giving the officers and the first responders is also on how to calm that person to the degree that they are able to give the statements. We can't expect someone to walk into a cold, functioning police station filled with people and divulge their horrible ordeal that they've just gone through. They need that safe space, and this provides it.
The SAPS is also on board with the unit and the training.
It is very necessary, especially sign language, because this is where our language barrier is as police officials. So that will help a lot. The emotional support side, it will also play a great deal.
Iris House envisions these units being set up at police stations across the Western Cape as it believes it's a necessity to helping GBV victims. Monique Mortlock, Cape Town.
It really is a wonderful story.